Step into any university library today, and you'll notice a striking sight: screens glowing with a familiar, bright white interface. The words, "How can I assist you?" greet students, inviting them to ask for help. One might seek a summary of a complex literature review for an upcoming seminar, while another could double-check calculations before a math lecture. And then there's the bold student who might whisper, "Write my essay for me." But here's where it gets controversial. Since its launch in 2022, ChatGPT, an advanced generative artificial intelligence (GenAI) chatbot, has upended the way we think about academic integrity, plagiarism, and even the very essence of being a university student. Universities have scrambled to issue guidelines, but the reality of how students engage with these tools is far from straightforward. Some embrace them as study companions, while others avoid them like the plague.
And this is the part most people miss. Students now have the luxury of shopping around for the perfect Gen AI chatbot, with options like Gemini and DeepSeek offering unique strengths and limitations. The debate doesn't end there. Academics are fiercely divided. In a recent Irish Times article, Trinity College lecturers Claire Kelly, Katja Bruish, and Catriona Leahy argued they felt a moral responsibility to resist AI. On the flip side, Alan Smeaton, a professor of computing at DCU, advocates for a more nuanced approach, viewing AI as a tool students should learn to wield, not ban. But what do students themselves think? For those entering their fourth year, Gen AI chatbots has been a constant companion since day one. Take Ruth McGee, a 21-year-old art student from Dundalk studying history and media at Maynooth University. One of her earliest lectures was on plagiarism, with a significant focus on AI. "Because of my degree, lecturers are very against AI," she explains. "Developing writing and reading skills is at the heart of my subjects. Yet, she admits, people definitely use it. From shady essay writing services to classmates doing each other's work, academic shortcuts aren't new, but AI feels different." McGee confesses she once used ChatGPT for assignment ideas, only to find some of its information was false. Ironically, she was later accused of using AI on an assignment she wrote entirely herself. "The last few paragraphs look suspicious," she was told, though she insists it was just poor writing. McGee's feelings are mixed. She empathizes with students juggling commuting, part-time jobs, and essays, but she also believes, if you pick that degree, you should put in the work. Here's the kicker. If someone uses ChatGPT to get a better grade than someone who worked hard, I don't think that's fair. Avon Clancy, a 22-year-old history and political science graduate from Trinity College Dublin, has watched Gen AI's rise among her peers. When she started in 2021, AI wasn't as prevalent, but by her final years, its use had skyrocketed. Clancy avoided it entirely, fearing repercussions. "I morally find it hard to use Gen AI," she says. "College is about self-learning. Offloading work to AI feels like it goes against that." Yet, she admits, "I was probably at a disadvantage because others were using it for ideas." For her dissertation on Irish legislation and rape in the 1970s, however, AI would have been useless. Her work relied on archival sources she found herself. The debate isn't confined to academics. As editor-in-chief of Trinity News, Clancy has taken a stand against AI-generated content. "We're updating our style guide to discourage AI-generated articles," she says. "While detecting AI-generated ideas is nearly impossible, the paper refuses to publish AI-written pieces or art." Nick Corcrane, a 22-year-old environmental science and engineering student from Wexford, has clashed with peers over Gen AI in group projects. "It's obvious when people use it for calculations or conclusions," she says. "There's no critical analysis." Nick Corcrane, who started college the year ChatGPT launched, worries about AI's environmental impact. Data centers, she notes, consume vast amounts of water and energy. She also fears AI stifles critical thinking. "The world isn't black and white," she says, "but AI makes it seem that way." For some, however, AI is an opportunity. Owen Collins, a 19-year-old electrical engineering student at the University of Galway, is developing StudySmith, an app that uses AI to turn PDFs and notes into structured study guides.
A lot of manual tasks weren't helping me learn, he says. His app aims to direct your learning so you don't waste time. But here's the real question. How should universities navigate this? Dr. Mary Claire Kennedy, chairperson of the National Academic Integrity Network, NAIN, emphasizes that threats to academic integrity aren't new. While QQI has provided guidelines, she notes, only a third of students are aware of them. Institutions need to incorporate these policies into practice, she says. We can't block AI. We need to shift our perspective and move with the technology. So what's next? Should AI be embraced, regulated, or resisted? And who gets to decide? What do you think? Is AI a tool for learning or a shortcut that undermines academic integrity? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments.